Hey guys, welcome back to Tarot by Cherie. How are my beloveds doing? Let's do a deep dive into today's reading and see what uplifting special messages we might have. Oh my goodness, there is that. Well, you know what? It doesn't look too shabby here in actuality. All right, so somebody's been feeling some kind of way and spending a lot of time alone, all right? And you might not be doing the healthiest thing there is to be doing, all right? And somebody might be overdoing it as far as drinking or other things, all right, with this devil card. And this has to do with stress, you're just feeling it, and you know, this is turning into a coping mechanism for you. No bueno, okay? So find some balance, snap out of it, because you have this here. This Wheel of Fortune, you know, guys, you could block your positivity. You could block your manifestations by being in this negative place, okay? When your thoughts are you're allowing yourself to get depressed, and yes, it is a choice. You can pull yourself out of that. Start looking at the glass as half full instead of half empty. Start becoming hopeful. You know, you only have to make the decision to do so and know what is coming. And if you don't know what's coming, I'm going to let you know at the end of this reading, okay? This card is coming. This is wealth. This is prosperity. This is a lot of angelic oversight over this money they have been protecting for eons and eons of time. This is a pot of gold, let's say, coming to all of us. This is a biblical thing. This is going to be a time, guys, I'm getting more and more information. This is going to be a time where no one in the history of mankind has ever never experienced what you're going to experience. And I mean this in a good way, in a positive way. All right, your doors are going to be blown off. All right, but you're spending a lot of time doing whatever, and you need to bring this clarity in, get some clarity, clean up your act, get, you know, I know I sound like a mother, but some of you need a good shaking right now. All right, bring in some balance, toughen up, because you don't want to block any of this that's coming your way. All right, and Spirit is saying what you're doing is creating just more of, you know, depression and more intensity with this inner conflict that you're feeling, and you may or may not realize it. Okay, all right, let's continue. Something good. Oh yes, I like to see those pentacle cards. They're generally positive. All right, we need positive readings here. I'm here to lift my beautiful aquas up and bring in, get you guys smoothly from the third dimension, help you guys wake up and move you into 5D. All right, we are this close. All right, I'm seeing this Ten of Pentacles. This is all your hopes and dreams just beginning to show up for you, even the ones you gave up on from many years ago, because it was just too hard. You just stopped trying because you lost in your hope and your belief that you were able to bring these things in, whether through manifestation or just through hard work, right? Okay, so that being said, here is the card of hard work right next to it. Now, I'm talking to a feminine who is going through some kind of burden with this Emperor here. Now, I do feel that this is definitely something going on at work, all right? You're dealing with something that is creating a burden, having something to do with this boss figure. He might be trying to mess with your money, or might have tried to get over on you, said it was a mistake, all right? If this is you, please comment below the video. All right, this is also a good time to mention, guys, if you have questions, you need questions answered, you want to know something, or you always wanted a reading, I offer lots of services. You can click on the description below the video to see what I do offer. All right, so the Seven of Pentacles, this is your hard work, my loves, coming to fruition. This is your harvest and your rewards, your payout, your inheritance. This is it, my loves, okay? You've been patient. You've been very patient, and you are about to be gifted and rewarded for your patience, okay? This is a time where those of you who are being kind are going to be gifted even more so, more heavily. More gifts are going to be poured upon you for being kind, okay? Best way to go about things right now, guys, is don't let anybody trigger you. Practice that. Practice it hard, okay? I'm seeing you wanting to bring your cup into this feminine. I'm talking to a masculine. And this feminine is with this other person, and there's a lot of money here, all right? Now, she is going to have to make a decision between staying with this person for the money because she no longer feels an emotional attachment to this person, and she's going to have to choose between them and you, okay? You don't do so bad yourself. All right, but she is the Queen of Wands. She's chill. But you know, she's very secure right now, and security is important, and she understands this. All right, so I'm seeing a setback here for someone. All right, somebody got involved in some type of opportunity, and this was some kind of setback. All right. Now you're feeling upset. I don't know. This is somebody who lost money. So this could have been something you poured some money into, possibly a stock market thing. You might have lost money on a crypto. All right. If you've already lost a ton of money, guys, my suggestion is stay there. Don't pull your money out because you never know. Something can happen. Something can turn around and change. We're at a time right now where we're on the cusp of some huge changes that might manipulate your money and pick it back up. If not, you know, to where it was at least or higher, maybe, you know, you'll be able to get some money back at least, right? This is creating a lot of upset, so I feel like this might have been quite a bit. This is one of you, one of my beautiful empaths, feeling this major setback and really focusing on licking your wounds. So I don't know if you had this money to lose in the first place, Aquarius. This might have been a risk for you. I am seeing a justice coming, all right? I'm seeing a justice coming. I have the Nine of Wands sitting here, all right? This is for those of you who are just feeling embattled, like you've been going uphill, you know, trying to run uphill. You're fighting this ongoing battle. You're fatigued, you're weary, you're guarded, and you're tired of setbacks. The Spirit is saying, be prepared for a huge justice coming in to return what you feel you have lost, okay? To bring in things you never could have imagined are coming to you, all right? The Knight of Wands is all about creation. This is, you are a creator, okay? We are all creators. And I'm seeing that you are about to create this fabulous new start by picking up on some divine messages coming your way. Some of you are getting messages, and I get it that the messages are hard to decipher. I get them all the time. All right. So I just say, okay, somebody's trying to send me a message, and I just always take it like it's a loved one, someone who is on the other side, who's sending me a message, letting me know that they're fine and everything's okay on the other side, right? And that they are still with me. That's very important. But this is some stuckness here. Just feeling this stuckness for a long time, feeling this fatigue. You are actually going to manifest, create, it's the same thing, some kind of beautiful new beginning. And this is going to be a complete 180. This is going to bring in something fantastic for you that is going to be just a huge justice. It's going to overshadow this setback that you have been feeling or that you've recently gone through. All right, so let's continue. I'm seeing movement toward all things possible That's what I just heard. All things possible. And the probability of positivity coming in is off the charts with this 9 of Pentacles for my Aquas, okay? This is about success, wealth, freedom, and independence, okay? So check out this reading today, guys. Are you, I don't know, I'm just feeling this intense showering of spiritual energy telling me to hold on, that something beautiful is getting ready to happen. I also have knowledge that something is coming, and it's bigger than what I could have thought it was, okay? It's bigger than you guys can ever imagine. You won't believe it. I'm going to tell you at the end of the reading. All right, let's continue. All right, we have the Ace of Swords, and this Ace of Swords is going to provide my Aquas with some type of clear thinking that is going to bring about the end of something, okay? This ending is going to catapult you into a new path of some sort, onto a new path, I should say. All right, and with the Seven of Wands is possibility of you feeling defensive and having to stand up for what you believe in. All right, because once you get clarity on whatever this thing is that is going to end, it's because it wasn't good for you. Whatever the situation was, it had to be a person, because this was someone who was not being honest, not being truthful, and being deceitful, as a matter of fact. This is the card of deceit, okay? So you're going to get clarity on this. You're finding something out about this person that you trusted. It's hurtful. You have some words for this person. You are going to tell them exactly what you know or how you feel. This is going to transport you into some other onto some other path, like a brand new path, because you're going to end this scenario, and this is going to be life-changing for you, because you don't realize it yet, Aquarius, but whoever I'm speaking to, this is going to move you into a place of unbelievable content, happiness. You're going to feel like for the first time in your life, you're completely happy and content. And this isn't something you could realize right now while you're in this. For some reason, you have thought for many, many months or years that you've needed to stay where you are in this particular situation. Maybe it's because you're just finding out now. You know, everybody's on their best behavior, guys, in the beginning. This is why I always tell you to take your time. It could take 8 months to a year to just start to get to see the real person you're with, depending on how close they are to being, you know, coming into their authenticity rather, being an authentic person right off the bat. You know, and there's people who will take that. If you're being very authentic, you're just saying it as it is right off the bat. You know, we're not used to that. So some people are going to take you as being maybe overly forceful or just aggressive, or, you know, they're going to take that energy like, whoa, because they're not used to honesty. All right, does that make sense? But so until we get into this 5D situation and we're all kind of, you know, relaxed and in the groove of 5D, relaxed enough to start loving one another and being kind to one another and giving to one another, until we all get to that point, we're going to take authenticity as, you know, aggression. All right. But so what I'm trying to say is, take your time when you meet somebody. No matter what your thoughts are in the beginning, if they tell you A, B, C, D, and E about themselves and you think this person's perfect, I've been waiting all my life for this person, Just remember that people are on their best behavior and may tell you what you want to hear in the beginning, okay? So let's get off of that now. I don't want to get too lengthy into that, but your life is about to change when you relieve yourself of this deceit, okay? Because other things are going to open up for you. Miraculous things are going to open up for you, as a matter of fact. Having to do with the Six of Pentacles, a victory, a Ten of Cups, which is happiness, and things that you dreamt about when you were younger are going to now be available to you if you still want them. Your dreams, your wishes. King of Swords here. This is a masculine that... this is a King of Swords. This is somebody who might be very successful in life, who does not appreciate neediness. I do see that this person is going to come into some of your lives, not necessarily on a romantic level, but they're going to be very helpful. They're going to be showing you things, helping you. I'm seeing readings like this a lot lately, a lot of helpfulness coming into play. People coming out of the woodwork, people just showing up from, you know, just seemingly from nowhere, being very helpful and, you know, giving you pointers, turning you on to new ideas, ways to make money. Just be careful. But, you know, this is really happening. Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles, guys, this is a temporary financial hardship for some of you right now, or I should say for most of us. All right. Remember, we are all mostly in the same boat. We are all connected. We go through the same things, just at different times, right? This could also be somebody going through something huge, okay? A divorce, it looks like, a breakup, something, a tower moment, something very painful, okay? Thus, this, you know, temporary hardship, and, you know, again, the Five of Pentacles is about divorce and breakup as well. All right. Be careful now, because when we're going through a hardship like this and we're on emotional overdrive, we have a tendency, if we don't get those emotions out somehow, if we're stuffing them, in other words, we have a tendency to get ill, okay, from that. And the reason why that is suffering and stuffing those emotions. That's energy that you're stuffing. You know, imagine your energy and you're stuffing as much negative energy as you can find deep down inside of you. All right. That energy has to go somewhere. What it does is it creates toxins in the body and comes out as an illness. So it's very important that we don't stuff our emotions, okay? Do the breathing exercises. Go to a quiet room, close your eyes, relax your body. And when these emotions come up in you, all right, take a nice deep breath in, a relaxing deep breath. And when you're blowing it out, imagine the situation that is creating those emotions being blown out into the universe, never to return. Tell the universe, I don't want it back. Please keep it. And do it as many times as you need to do it. That breath out, just be very visual about, you know, the person with the emotions, however you have to visualize it when you blow it out. This is very, very good to get to release emotions and hurts, okay, from the past. All right, but I am seeing that this won't last too long. I am seeing celebration will be coming into play very soon. They said shortly. They just said shortly, okay? All right, I have a date of July 1st. For a lot of you to be, well, I'm gonna tell you what I got today, all right, at the end of the reading. So the star is you, okay, and you, Aquarius, are just filled with love, although I am seeing something to do with the Lover's card, which is love, and this King of Pentacles, all right? So this is something unknown to some of my beautiful Aquariuses. There is someone you're going to be meeting. Somebody's going to be coming into your life shortly. When this person comes in, you're going to hold on to one another. This is going to be a relationship like no other. Because as I've been telling you guys, the people that are now coming in, the people that you'll be choosing for most of you, are vibrating high because you're vibrating high. Okay? And if you're feeling like your life is, nothing good is happening and you're not able to see the glass as being half full right now, and you're depressed and you're feeling a certain way, get a reading with me, explain the circumstances, and we'll talk. We'll figure it out. Okay, I can help you. All right, but you're going to be holding on to one another. This is unknown right now. This is an unknown person, so this is absolutely someone you have not met yet, or you're unaware that you met them, meaning that you could have met somewhere in a business meeting or in passing, or you could have walked past this person in the supermarket, and you still don't know them, right? So this person is going to come into your life, and it's going to be a very good, loving relationship. It's going to be good for you. It's going to help you grow personally and in other ways. Okay? All right, let's continue, guys. I'm seeing an ending here. Wait, let me have a look at this. This is important. All right, ending. Something is going to end having to do with manifestation. You're manifesting in your happiness. So, yeah, they're saying the things that are making you stuck, all right, along with people in your life, bringing in the stuckness, okay? So people that are in your life could be your sister, your brother, could be a coworker, could be a parent, could be a child, whoever is creating, sucking you back into the third dimension constantly, doesn't know how to lift you up, doesn't know how to lift others up, just is a negative person, or is picking on you or bullying you, whatever it is, separate yourself from this person. It is necessary in order for you to move toward the fifth dimension and get out of that third dimension to move away from other third dimensionals. Okay? This is their choice. You now have a choice, guys. You can pick third, you can pick fifth. It's up to you. Some people are very comfortable in the third. They're scared. They don't want to look at new things. They're afraid of everything. They don't think anything good is happening, or whatever they're thinking is, if they're comfortable there or they think they are and they want to stay there, they're going to stay there. That's going to be their choice, okay? But for you, it's imperative to save yourself and separate and move away from negativity. And if that's people in your life, then it's important. All right, I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to get into what I wanted to tell you guys. All right, so the other day, the other reading, I told you about there was money coming, right? Money coming. Those of you that are retired are going to get a $200 a month bump that is going back to January because of problems, getting onto like a one mindset, of course, in Congress on this. It's taken months for this to unravel and become a real thing, and it is a real thing, and they have now till July 1st to get this to you. So you're getting 6 months of back pay. All right, so you're going to receive a $1,200 check anytime between now and I think it's going to be closer to the 1st of July. Okay, for people who are on Social Security. I'm telling you things that nobody knows, really. That's why they're not talking about it. I don't get my information from other gurus. I'm going into Congress to get my information, okay? So the other thing is miraculous things are happening. The reason we've been feeling stuck in the in-between is because we are. Okay, we're watching the old guard being dissolved right before our eyes. Part of that is what's going to happen, guys, is the 2020 election is going to be deemed because it was, we most of us knew it was stolen, and they're proving that now. So what's going to happen is all of Congress has to step down. This kicks in Nassar Jassar, although Nassar Jassar has already started. We're seeing it happen. We're seeing taxes. They have to go through laws. They can't just do everything at once. We're in the middle of a war. as well. So moves have to be made, things have to be done by the law and slowly. So you can see the income tax being chopped away. And that's another thing I wanted to tell you. If you are collecting Social Security and you have a side business, they just last minute gave you another $6,000 deduction. So if you paid you paid into your taxes already, which most of you have, right? Because it's past the 15th. You're going to get that back. You're going to get that back. Okay, I'm waiting for that within 4 or 5 weeks, something like that. Okay, provided that that additional on top of all the deductions that your accountant already took care of or you saw on TurboTax, there's a new on top of that, $6,000. So you were covered up to $6,000. So if you sent something in under that amount, I believe you're getting it back. Okay, you're getting something back. I know that. All right. Then we have something on the debt clock I told you about, and it says refund per taxpayer, which is moving upward every day that I see it, and it's now at $83,371. Okay, that is going to be given to us in tranches. Okay, sometime, I believe it's July 15th, we will be getting our first tranche back from that, and they're going to give it to us, like every 3 months. They're going to give us between $5,000 and $10,000. That pot of money is yours, 83,000 such and such per citizen, that's yours. They're not going to give it all to you at once. It would crash the economy. So all these people out there saying you're going to get millions, they're going to give you $100,000. No, we're not going to see that, because that would crash the economy. All right. So it's not to say you're not going to get that ultimately, but they can't give it to you like that. Okay. So they're going to start out anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000 from that 83,000 plus every 3 months. Plus, you're getting that $2,000 dividend is coming on the first too, that Trump promised you. I always knew and always told you guys a dividend is not a stimulus check. A dividend is, if you look it up, it's an interest payment on an investment. So I always knew there was something more to that. And there is, okay? So after you get that first $2,000 dividend check on July 1st, thereafter you will be getting that $2,000 dividend, I believe, monthly. Every month you're going to get that $2,000 dividend check. All right? This is restoration. It's not a handout. If you're wondering where this money has come from, the IRS, all right, I can't go too deeply because they're screwing with my channel. All right? So guys, that is that is the news of the day. I mean, it's going to even get better than that. If you're doing things for the community and you're collecting Social Security, and it doesn't have to be much, all right? What I do here on my channel, because I'm lifting up my community, my loves, my Aquariuses, because I'm here supporting, throwing out love, all kinds of beautiful energies. I hope you guys retrieve those energies from me. All right, because I do this, I'm going to be able to get an extra $300 a month on my Social Security. And also, I believe that $200 a month, I know this is confusing, right? The $200 a month going back to January that they owe you, that they're going to give you at once, I believe July 1st, that's a $1,200 check, okay? I believe that you're going to get that, yeah, you are, a definite $200 per month every month after that, okay? Something's going to start in October. It might be the tranches. It might be the big money. Yes. Okay. So if I screw that up already, I'm just remembering, okay, the big money between 5 and 10,000 every 3 months isn't going to start till like the ending part of 2026, around October. All right. So those of you who are in the know, we always heard Trump say, we're going to have a good Christmas. this is, I believe this is going to be the one. Okay, we've been waiting every year, but because of this war, it took longer. Okay, but I believe this is the one. All right, guys, I hope that you're, you know, loving this information, and you know, don't talk too much about it. If you want to give me a thumbs up on the information I've given you, just do it like that. Give me a thumbs up. Don't have too much discussion in the comments, because it could hurt the channel. All right, I love each and every one of you, and this is my best, greatest hope for all of you. Happiness and joy and release. That just, we're all going to wake up one morning and just sigh, a deep breath, a deep release, right? All right, guys, take care.